Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the London Black Knights. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Now they try the right side here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 45-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards into Chicago first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a give, right side. Meadows. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Check. Check hot route. Check 99. Check 99. Watch twist. Watch twist. He's coming. We got double up. He's check straight.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Into the end zone, touchdown Bears. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 10, touchdown. Mike, 58, right there. Go. This defense focus. Watch the safety crease.
They'll run on 1st down. Greenwood. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll try the left side. Greenwood. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw. Harrison. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Mike 58, right there. You must be dreaming.
On 1st down, Page. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Harrison. That's complete. It's Collins. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First down, Chicago.
You ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Harrison completes it to Fitzgerald. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I got you.
Throwing on first down. Harrison trying to lay one up deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A final shot before break. Harrison, a quick throw, but incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. Good dash. Go. 36.
Now a handoff looking right. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd and 7.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. 55. Here we go, dude. Here I come. 25. Check 25. Jumper. Big edge. Shit.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw. Harrison. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Welcome back now here in London as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. They'll run on first down. Page. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try the left side. Page. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. Back to throw. Harrison. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. As his guys are back within a single score.
Touchdown, London. The kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. 99 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On first down, Harrison. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. Different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Bust through the tackle. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they bring out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll field this at the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On first down. Meadows. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 4-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Switch gears. Check 52.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Watch the flags. Watch the pass. Alert flare. Flare. Hey, watch that. We good. Check. Rush in.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You can't.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 36. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll run on first down. Page. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Chicago, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now.